So what exactly is the Southeast Asian Cup? Before I go too much into detail about C Cup, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the backstory about this competition. Well, funnily enough, it actually started because of a previous video I made, the Southeast Asian Arm Wrestling tier list. If you haven't caught that already, I encourage you to go watch that. It was one of my better received videos, generally speaking, I think. I think most of the people agreed with my sentiments and my opinions in that video, but of course, there were some people out there that didn't quite agree with where I ranked their country in the tier list. And of course, this brought up a conversation between myself and a friend from the Philippines, Sol. He is the one who helped me to make this whole C Cup happen. But what happened was that I was having sort of an argument or a debate with him. He was asking me, hey, why was the Philippines ranked here, below Singapore, below this and that country? I gave my justifications. I gave my opinions to him, didn't quite agree. And then we said, hey, if you don't agree to that, why don't we have a Singapore versus Philippines super match kind of thing and see whose opinion is right? And that was basically how this whole thing came about. So it was a way, first of all, to make sense and make more accurate the tier list or the rankings within Southeast Asia. But second of all, of course, it's also to give the athletes in all of these countries in the region a chance to face each other and to have international experience, albeit not at a super high level, but still some sort of international experience to see where we are at vis-a-vis one another. So the core vision of C Cup is actually just to expose our athletes to the wider arm wrestling world, and of course also to foster greater camaraderie between the Southeast Asian nations. And I believe that this has never been done before. There has never been a super match series in a team format between two countries in Southeast Asia before. So this is the first of its kind in history of Southeast Asia. So I'm very proud to be able to kickstart this event and hopefully get the ball rolling, get more and more of these events rolling out in the next couple of years to come. And hopefully by then we'll have a more accurate Southeast Asian rankings. But yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit more about the specific matches in this event for the main card, at least 70 kilos, 77 kilos, 85, 95, 105, and 105 plus. And if you are a big fan of arm wrestling, you might have noticed that we are following sort of the East versus West weight classes for these, except that we don't have the 115 kilo class because generally speaking, in Southeast Asia, we don't really have really big guys. So at the 105 kilo cutoff point, there really isn't a need for us to have an extra 115, at least for now, at least until the scene builds up even bigger and then we can add in that 115 kilo class. But for now, 105 kilo to 105 plus kilos, there really isn't much of a difference, at least for this part of the world. So it's a 6v6 team format, best of 5. All of it is going to be on the right hand for this event at least. And for Singapore, we are sending 6 of our best guys. For 70 kilos, we have Joshua Tay going up against Israel Ikid from Philippines. 77 kilos. Originally, it was supposed to be Tay Jia-jun, who some of you may know as the gatekeeper, but unfortunately, due to a thumb accident, he has had to drop out, and then our friend Sam Tan had to step up and take on Sean Chispa, the golden boy from the Philippines. In the 85 kilo category, we actually have a pretty light guy, Valen Low. He's not super light right now, but he usually competes at 70 kilos. But right now, for the purpose of this team versus team event, he is stepping up to the 85 kilo class to face their 85 kilo champion, Jerwin Berturan, who recently destroyed the Philippine Arm Wrestling Championships, basically their nationals, over in, or it might have been Bohol, I think. 95 kilo class, it's me versus Kent Tan, who was originally their rank 2 overall in the entire country, but recently he lost out to Vince, who is their super heavyweight guy, in a pretty close match. So I'm facing Kent. In the 105 kilo category, we have their overall champ, Mark Lewis Ben, versus our 2023 overall champ, Zhu Zhiyu, in a head-to-head battle. This is probably, if there was a main match to watch, I think this is the one that's going to watch, because it's sort of like number one in Singapore versus number one in Philippines, if you think about it. And final match on the card, the heaviest one, 105 kilo plus, is our guy, Ajahn, versus their second overall in the Philippines, Vince Roy Chung. So that, I've been told that Vince is one of their top up-and-coming guys, recently secured the second overall place in the Philippines. So this is going to be a very, very exciting match indeed. So we have a very special and specific rule set for this event that I helped to make. Basically, all matches are going to start in ref's grip. You can check out all the specific rules on my website in the link below. But basically, I made this rule set just to help move matches and get them going as quickly as possible with as little setup shenanigans as possible, because I think that's what really takes away from the entertainment aspect of arm wrestling. We just want to see the match just going. So I want to get the matches going as quickly as possible, no nonsense. And special shout out to Minha from Vietnam for helping me to tweak some of the rules in this rule set to make it what it is right now. It's still a work in progress, and of course, after this event, we're going to take a look back, see what's good, what's not good, and then eventually change little things here and there to make things as good as possible for future events. That being said, I'm really, really excited. Just 2 or 3 more days, I think. It's this Saturday, 30th of November. If you want to catch it and you're not in Singapore, there is going to be a live stream on my channel, 10 a.m. Singapore time, which is UTC plus 8. And you can go into a time zone converter and see what that is for you. If it's in New York, then it's like 12 hours before. So that's a point of reference for you if you need that. But yeah, so excited. Thank you to all my partners and supporters and the athletes that helped to make this inaugural C Cup event a reality. I'm just so happy that I'm able to make such a big event and to put together so many talented pullers and bring them in a place where they can really show off their skills. Really looking forward to that, and see you guys this weekend.